What's up, guys? This is Alex Tex Kate at SHOTSHOW25. I am here at my favorite sponsor's booth, Lock Grips. So let's go over what's new from Lock. They've really taken the company to a whole nother level this year. They got a whole new facility, new machines, and they have found a way to really take their designs to the next level. Let me show you what I mean. So starting with just the Berettas, obviously these magwells have been out if you didn't know that already. These are out, but this is what's new. We now have brass gridlock, as well as, I don't know what we're calling, what we're calling this. Veloce? So brass Veloce. Brass Veloce grips for the Beretta 92FS. So we really amped up the Beretta stuff. Always were big on the wraparound and the just standard G10 grips on the sides. Had requests for the brass and heavy stuff like we do on the CZs, and they have provided. So that's what you have out of Beretta. Another new thing is going to be this here. We now have the 1911 lockjaws. This really changes the whole dynamic to a 1911. I have never felt a grip like this on a 45. I mean, yeah, you could do it with a 9.2, but I shoot 1911s at 45. They already are one of the best shooting guns ever made. Add that weight to it and watch how flat your 1911 gets. Not to mention, you will never let go of that thing. So the lockjaws have definitely continued to grow, take it to the next level. They're now on the 1911 as well. If you have yet to try them, I run them on all of my competition guns, all of my CZs, my Tac Sports, Shadow 2s, Dan Wessons, every single one of them runs lockjaws. If I can get it, I use it. So if you shoot something that offers this, try it today. Use code TEX10 at checkout. But let's move on to the next thing. Here's something really interesting that's new and improved. And as a gas pedal guy, this made my heart drop when I walked up here and they showed me that they had come out with a multi-adjustable gas pedal system for the SIG 320. So this will work on whether it is an AXG, tungsten frame, SXG. This will work on all of them. We know that about the 320. They're very modular. The other thing we got going on here is the SXG grips. So SIG on their SXG pretty much has this same grip, only comes in all black. So what we did with Lock Grip is make it in G10 and add different color variations for customization, because you know Lock loves to allow you guys to customize all of your fancy guns, right? Anyone who's Lock supportive usually has a gun that is able to be pointed out from across the range. I know I am, because mine always look something like this. If you see me on the range, you know you can point me out from a mile away because you see the golden grips flashing off my gun. So you have this here too as well with the Canik Rival S. It really is one of the most interesting magwell designs that I have seen them do, with the gridlock on the front and the back. That way, even with the wraparound, you still have some sort of texture there to grab onto. The gridlock wraparound for the Canik, and this is a steel frame. I love heavy guns. This makes me want a Canik steel. So if you're into the heavy, you're trying to get rid of the light, even if you don't have the steel, try the brass gridlocks as well as the magwell, and it may be a significant difference for you when it comes to recoil management, especially in competition. They also have it not in brass. You can get it in aluminum. So also absolutely gorgeous, a beautiful design. It even has the concave in the back for where your hands meet together at the big meat on the pinky side of the hand. So that was a really good thought to add in there, that little concave there. The underneath here, in case you have to rip a mag out, makes it a little bit easier. But those are that's the new stuff from Canik. If you have yet to try Lock Grips on your Canik, you haven't lived yet. So let's move on to my favorite thing, because this is something that, for me, as again a Shadow 2 and DWX shooter, when I walked up here and they showed this to me, I bowed. Here is your Tac Sport sized magwell. As we knew before, the Tac Sport magwells for either the DWX or the TSOs, TS2s, they were huge, and I love it. If you guys go to my YouTube, if you guys go to my reloading videos, you can see how easily I reload with the full-size TSO magwell, or TS magwell from Lock Grips. Now what we made here was one that fits the box, whether it's IDPA or IPSC. This now is going to fit. They flattened it out at the bottom. They flattened it out on the sides. So now that extension out the back, when it's sitting inside, say this is the bottom of a box, well, it would be touching with the gridlock magwell right now. And instead, it's not. So this is a really nice feature that they added for the TAC Sport series, and again, DWX as well. Yeah, some people like the matching direct gridlock, but I still think this looks extremely sleek. That's how all TAC Sports come anyway, is with a checkered grid and then with a smooth magwell. So I think they just took what was there and just made it that much nicer. Definitely check these out. I am going to be running them in competition moving forward. I still have my gridlocks on some, but this is what you're going to see on my TAC Sport, my TSO that I'm running in limited right now moving forward. Past that, if you have not seen my Walther PDP, guys, there is so much more you can do. Don't jump to getting rid of your polymer PDP just because the steel frame came out. There is more you can do. When I added my brass back strap, my magwell, my base pads, I went from disliking my Walther a little bit, grip-wise, ergonomically, to absolutely adoring it. The thing was it helped balance the gun out so significantly that my hands weren't actually breaking as much as they were before. Allowed me to have a more consistent hold on the gun for a longer period of time through more rounds. I'm a shadow guy, above all. One thing I didn't even know until today is that we make a very unique Shadow 2 compact magwell. So if you're unaware, the Shadow 2 Compact is strictly pretty much a replacement for the PO1, but the way that they did it was they just took the regular Shadow 2, as you see here, and shrunk it down. It takes almost all the same parts. You're going to use compact grips, compact magwell. So it's not going to be the same magwell that's going to go on your regular Shadow 2. They make a signature version for the compact. Honestly, this is extremely nice. The ledge on the side, again, it gives you something for your hands to sit in on that meat of your hands. Because that frame is a little shorter than the regular Shadow 2, you will realize that, and if you can get close up here, you can tell that meat of my hand is sitting in that crease there. So you're not going to slide down the gun, which was a really nice ergonomic feature that they decided to throw onto it, and I think it's going to make a difference. I am definitely going to throw one of my Shadow 2 Compact, do some testing, and definitely get back with you guys further on it, as you know. But the last thing I want to point out is going to be base pads. If you shot with me this year in USPSA, IPSC, IDP, any of it, you saw my Lock Grips base pads. You might have asked me, what are those? And I didn't tell you. I just said, they're in the works. Stay tuned. Well, here they are. This is what you've seen me been using. I did have some other ones some might see and ask about, but those didn't make the test. This turned out to be the best option for lock. I have not been able to break a single one in over a year at this point of testing these, and that is from someone who dry fires like an absolute maniac and shoots way too much. So if anyone was going to break them, I was going to. You have a really nice, there's an Allen wrench screw in there. So if something goes wrong with your detent, you don't have to buy a whole new base pad. You can just replace the detent. So that's another beautiful feature from Lock. Guys, if you have not checked these out, look at the website. They have a lot of really good information on it all. Don't forget, when you order, use code TEX10 at checkout. Save yourself some bucks. Make me look good. Make them look good.